All right, here we are, kicking off this live stream here. And yeah, so it's just going to be me for an hour. And then after this stream, it's going to be me and Scotty, Retro Scotty. But I figure, why not catch up a little bit here and do a solo stream? So you have me for an hour. But hope everybody's doing well. So I have pre-watched a few movies. I have notes written down. I just have to record. So tomorrow, I'm going to try and get that done. A lot of reviews in the can, and then try and edit them, and then have them up the same day. So there's going to be that if all goes well, tomorrow you can expect some videos. So, and yeah, so I know it's not technically 8 o'clock, but it's 7:58, or right now it's 7:59. So might as well go ahead and start. So, like I said, I'm gonna go live for an hour here, and then and then after this, it'd be like a 10-minute break, and then it's gonna be me and Scotty around 9:15 Eastern Standard Time. Hey, Alex. So we got Alex in here. Next time, Alex, we're gonna have to do me and you. Uh, like a one-on-one or something. Trying to do more of those, and uh, just one-on-one streams and stuff like that. Hey, Kevin, how's it going? Yeah, so, Kevin, I'm going to try to watch your requests next weekend. Tomorrow, I'm going to do a lot of recording for some reviews here for Adventureland, which I did watch. Ghostbusters Frozen Empire, I did watch that. Lone Wolf McQuaid, I watched that. And the first episode of Breaking Bad. So I have I have my notes ready. I just have to sit down and record those videos. So if I can get everything recorded and edited, you can expect some videos tomorrow. Sunday night, Sunday I still have to work, but I'll be back, and I'm going to try to, if I don't get everything up on Saturday, I'm going to try to get most of it up on Sunday night. Okay, you're down for it. Okay, we'll have to do that next weekend. I don't know what kind of nights you're available, but you can be my next guest. So, yeah. Hey, Caleb. I don't think I've seen you in here before. Okay, that'd be cool. We can do that. Do you think Tremors 4 should have been a sequel to Tremors 3? I have not seen Tremors 4 in a long time. I remember renting that film, but the last time that I saw Tremors 4 was probably the mid 2000s, because I think it came out in 2004. It must have been like 2 or 3 years after that, but I'm not a fan of it. It wasn't a good idea. It was not a good concept to have a prequel, like having it take place in the Old West. Maybe, like, it'd be fun, but it's just, I think in that, wasn't Bert like, he didn't like guns? That was one of the ideas, or the idea for the character was that he was afraid of guns. It'd be interesting to see, but I just don't like the way they went about it. You know what I'm saying? I don't like the way because I think Bert's ancestor, or Bert's character in that film, his ancestor was afraid of guns. I think that's what happened. Again, I have not seen the film in so long. Yeah, Freddy versus Jason. I do like the movie. I understand it's flawed, but I do like the movie. Definitely better than the AVP movies. I saw AVP when that came out. I think it was like in the summer of '04. And even back then, I'm like, this is it. This is what we got. Like even at 15 years old, I expected more. It was very safe and very tame for the concept. I did not know about that. But yeah, AVP sucks. I do have the film. It's in a double pack with the second film. But again, a lot of those movies are packed away. I have to finish packing a little bit more, but I'm just trying like I'm just trying to like get everything just packed away. And but I did take pictures, so I know what DVDs are in each box. So the new Bigfoot horror film Slash Squatch. I haven't heard anything about that. I'm not really on the up and up when it comes to Bigfoot horror now. That's pretty cool. I don't have a 4K player. I mean, does 4K play on Blu-ray? I mean, I don't think it does. But I don't have a 4K player. Sorry if I seem a little bit out of it this week. Working and I don't have a PlayStation 5. Um, so Tuesday through last night, I spent the night at my lady's house. And so now it's starting to really, like, as far as the schedule, it's starting to get a little bit better to where, because I have a little bit of a commute to work, she lives 10 minutes away. I have to travel 45 minutes. So basically, I'm going to stay at her house. Like, I'm going to stay over there certain nights during the week and, save me all that, commuting and all that stuff. Um, but to be with her too as well. I mean, that's important. But the weekends are going to be open. So, yeah, I mean, it's starting to, the schedule is starting to get better a little bit and all that good stuff. Um, I have no idea. No, don't know what the red is about. Never heard of it. I wonder, should I tell her that I have a YouTube channel? Like, if she know, like, just to let her know. Should I tell her? Hey, Action Limeade. Now, I think you requested something. I think it was Ballistic Sec. No, what was it? I'm trying to think. I think my favorite chewing gum flavor. I don't have a favorite. Um, but I did get your request, Action Limeade, and I think let me look at it here. Yeah, okay. I still have to watch that. Yeah, Ballistic X versus Sever. Yeah, just trying to give this a little bit more time and stuff. And last night I went to bed decent, but I woke up kind of early, and yeah, it's been hitting me all day. And tomorrow I'll be better. I'll be rested. So, but I'm here. I'm making it. Oh man. Yeah, sorry again if I'm a little bit tired, a little bit off. Maybe I should have gotten some caffeine for this, but so so yeah, in about an hour, that's going to be me and Scotty, and yeah, I mean, I think we've talked one on one before, but it's been a while. Most times you see him in the hangouts and stuff, and like I said, I'm trying to do more one on ones, um, and stuff like that. The hangouts are fun, and we'll do more. But I know with the hangouts and stuff, we always get to talking, and a lot of people sometimes get left behind in the chat, or they tune out and they come back and watch it later. So one on ones, it's more fun and whatnot. And we'll have to do some kind of. We haven't done a commentary in a while, so maybe we can get some ideas here. Hey, Alex. Well, I've never seen the movie. I've heard about it, but I've never seen it. I don't think. I think with the series, Kevin Bacon is just too big of a name. I don't think he. Well, he did make like a pilot, right? There was a TV show or like a series that was going to come out, and it got canned. Like Kevin Bacon was in it. I remember they put out the trailer. So this is what, a couple of years ago, right? Was it during COVID? Or they shot it before COVID? But yeah, I think the trailer's still out there. Kevin Bacon came back, and they shut it down. Never seen Ghostwatch. But yeah, so the Ballistics X versus Sever, never seen, and but I will be checking that out soon. Hey, Fadi, do you feel that the early '90s feels like an extension of the '80s? Yeah, you could say that. I mean, if you talk about movie wise, I honestly think that the transition happened when Jurassic Park came out, because you look at what they were able to pull off with that movie in terms of the special effects, and a film with a big spectacle like that. And yeah, I mean, I think that film, and it's not just Jurassic Park, but I do think that I look at that film as a film that made such a splash, a big wave, that it kind of really changed, really that era, or like going more into the '90s. Maybe I'm not giving the best answer, but I do think it's you know definitely a factor. But I mean, you can, yeah, I mean, you could say that. I mean, I mean, there's 20 different answers to the question, but Maybe you could say the action hero was kind of fallen to the wayside a little bit. You know, Sly was still making movies, Arnold, but you could tell that these guys were kind of not as like their heyday was the 80s. Times were changing. But again, you can answer that question 20 different ways. And again, I'm not giving the best answer here because I'm a bit out of it, but I'm trying. I definitely agree with that. The Crow and Mortal Kombat are definitely great examples of that, and defined an era. I mean, look at the soundtracks for both of those movies. Look at the way they're made, and they have a certain style. They have a certain look. They have a certain feel and tone that epitomizes that time period. Uh, the 1970s, I have to go with more. The 2000s, there was some good stuff. There were some good movies, but I got to go with the 70s. I mean, Jaws is my favorite film of all time, and that's a 70s movie. Yeah, The Matrix is another great example. I mean, I got that book in there. I actually have it right there. Oh. And I still have to read more of this book. But yeah, the best movie year ever. How 1999 blew up the big screen. And you have all these movies up here like Fight Club and The Blair Witch, The Iron Giant, The Phantom Menace, The Sixth Sense, The Matrix. Yeah, I mean, what a great year for movies. And The Matrix came out that year. So I think I definitely after that, um, I mean, what a banner year for movies. I remember Wienerville. I remember that. I should have wrote the script. Yeah, I think so. I mean, why not? Hackers. It was for a while my favorite film, but I think it's moved to number two for me. Like Jaws, I've come to love. Well, I've always loved the movie, but for me, it's jumped to number one, and Hackers is number two. It's right behind it. I did see that, and I agree with them. I mean, you just don't see R-rated comedies anymore, and yeah, I know he did talk about that. But yeah, yeah, definitely. Yeah, The World Is Not Enough is a bad Bond movie, or it has its moments, but it's not a good Bond film. I'll just put it like that. Yeah, yeah. TMNT 1990 is number three or four. It's up there. Fruity Pebbles haven't had any in a long time. I just haven't. I try to stay away from cereal and stuff. Sorry, just texting her. What if Fabio became your coach? Sure. Do I read Sports Illustrated magazine? Not really. Yeah, I definitely agree with Vince Vaughn. He has a point. I haven't seen the original Scarface, the one from the 30s. I'm aware of it, but I haven't seen it. The Code of Silence is a good Chuck Norris movie. Actually, you know what? It's one of my favorites. For me, it's in the top five. Like Lone Wolf McQuade, I just rewatched again for a review, and that's a solid film. It was kind of like it set the basis for Walker Texas Ranger. What's worse? What's worse, Rollerball or Seagal movies? I mean, Seagal films are worse because there's been a lot more crappy ones. Hey, Junebug. Um, actually, they could be, but Firewalker could be my favorite. I know it's an Indiana Jones ripoff, but him and Louis Gossett Jr. were a lot of fun, and I just love the premise for it. And it's such an underrated film. I think Firewalker is my favorite. Invasion USA is probably number two. The more I think about it. Driven to Kill, it's I've seen it and it's not Seagal's best. Um it's an okay watch. It's like a 5 out of 10. Like it's a time waster. Family Guy's moving to Comedy Central. I didn't know about that. Yeah, like I said, if I look a little bit tired, I've been sort of up since like 4:30, and I had to drive back home from her house, and that's like a 45-minute drive this morning, and I've been sort of just running around and getting stuff done because I got to go back to work on Sunday. Favorite Bruce and Brandon Lee flicks are definitely Enter the Dragon and The Crow. Yeah, I would say those are my favorite too. My top three favorite Seagal movies. My favorite is Under Siege. Behind that, I would say Out for Justice. And number three, I got to go with hmm. Number one is Under Siege, two Out for Justice, and number three is probably Above the Law. I don't care about Avatar 3. It could burn in the fire. That's a good list, Bobby. Never. Driven to Kill or The World Is Not Enough. I'll go with The World Is Not Enough because I still like Pierce's Bond. There's some good moments of action, and that has a little bit more going for it than Driven to Kill. I mean, there's more meat on the bone there. My favorite Van Damme flick is probably, oh man, either it's Kickboxer or Hard Target. Bloodsport or Hard Target. Yeah, I mean, one of the two. I mean, I love Bloodsport just as much as Kickboxer, but I also love Hard Target. It's a tie between those three. And like I say, Kickboxer, but next week I could say Hard Target. The week after that, I could say Bloodsport. So between those three, it's one of those. 79. He's been 79 since 1979. Steve Martin, I mean, he's always had that, signature white hair. Yeah, Time Cop is up there too. Coke or Pepsi? I got to go with Pepsi. What if you start singing The Sun Will Come Out Tomorrow? Do I look like Annie to you? Do I look like Annie, the little orphan Annie? Um, yeah, I remember GAC. I remember that commercial. Okay. Throw it into the abyss. Drop a bunch of cinder blocks. Okay, let me make a note here. We are being tongue in cheek here. This is not to be taken seriously. But okay, James Cameron. Let's throw him into the abyss. Let's drop a bunch of cinder blocks on the She-Hulk and throw acid on Brie Larson. But again, all tongue in cheek, not to be taken seriously. I haven't seen that show. I mean, it looks like it could be a fun show. Mountain Dew, Baja Blast. Ugh. Excuse me. I've had it. It's okay. It's all right. Yeah, Mark for Death is a great one. And Hard to Kill's fun. Frankenstein and Me, Ryan Gosling and Burt Reynolds. I have to look that up now. Favorite Jim Carrey flick? Probably The Mask. That's the first Jim Carrey film that I saw, even before Dumb and Dumber and Ace Ventura and Liar Liar and all that. Yeah, I'd say The Mask. I still have to give it to Honey, Honey Not Blew Up the Kid is okay, but I would still go with The World Is Not Enough because it's as flawed as the film is. There's still action there. You still have Pierce's Bond. Honey, I Blew Up the Kid is kind of like a time waster, I guess. Freaky Friday 2. Well, I mean, they're making it. It's not even out yet. But apparently, oh, I'm sorry, it's Freakier Friday. Yeah, they're making a Freaky Friday 2 because we need a sequel to Freaky Friday called Freakier Friday. That's gonna suck. Yeah, The Mask. Yeah, it's classic. Vice Squad is getting a 4K. That's cool. I've never seen the film. I've heard about it. Yeah, I mean I've only seen Well, the original Godzilla, the black and white one, and I do enjoy that. Godzilla from 1954 is a fun monster movie, and someday I'll go back and check out the other ones. I know there's a lot more to watch, but right now I'm kind of doing like I'm just kind of going at random a little bit. Yeah, they're doing a sequel to Freaky Friday. Uh, Jamie Lee Curtis, Jamie Lee Curtis, and Lindsay Lohan, they're back. But yeah, it's called Freakier Friday. It sounds like a horror movie, but no, it's a sequel to the Freaky Friday comedy that came out 20 years ago that we don't need. But we got Scotty in here, and we're going to get up together here in about 35, 40 minutes here. Hey, right on target. So we got Quinn in the chat. Yeah, maybe I should have gotten some caffeine instead of this water. I mean, it's not helping. I'm trying. I'm here. I can make it, but it's a little bit of a struggle. Yeah, I'm kind of doing just one, like, one request per person. The ones that were sent a month ago, I'm about done. I mean, I have about two or three more left, but tomorrow I'm going to record quite a few of them. And between Saturday and Sunday night, I'm going to try to get a lot of those uploaded. So you're going to see some reviews here this weekend. And then, like, from Monday to Wednesday next week, you won't be able to, there's not going to be much uploaded because I'm not going to be home. Like, I'll be working, but I'll be at her house. And then, I'll be back next Thursday through Saturday. So I'm going to have a little bit time next weekend to sort of catch up a little bit more. But I want to put out some videos before Monday. So yeah, this weekend you're going to see some stuff. Alien Romulus, it just doesn't. I'm very indifferent about it. Has anybody seen it yet? Does anybody have any thoughts about it? If they have seen it, yeah, Predator's up there. T2. Oh, my favorite Arnold flick. Actually, it's Predator. Predator's my favorite. That's my number one. Commando's number two. Let's see. So we got 12 people in here so far. Favorite Stallone flick? It's always a toss up between, like, First Blood Part 2, Cobra, and Demolition Man. Like, right now, I could probably say Rambo 2, but I could say Cobra, or I could say Demolition Man. Like, I love all three of those. I may have done a top 10 before of my favorite Stallone movies, but I don't remember what I said. But I could easily say, like, yeah, Demolition Man is up there. It could be number one for me. Cliffhanger. I forgot about Cliffhanger. Yeah, I mean, Stallone, made so many great movies. It's hard to, pick a favorite because I love Cobra. I love Rambo 2. I love Demolition Man. Cliffhanger. That I'm gonna try to watch that tomorrow and get like write down my notes and stuff. You know, so because I got that, and I got the Hunchback of Notre Dame, the animated film from the '90s. So I'm gonna watch those two tomorrow and write my notes down. But I probably won't record that until I get back next week, like next Thursday. Because again, from Monday to Wednesday, I'm not going to be home, but I'll be back decent on Thursday, so I can start. I think by Thursday, Friday, I'm gonna have those done. So yeah, um, but this weekend, definitely want to get up my reviews for Ghostbusters: Frozen Empire, which I did watch, Adventureland, Breaking Bad episode 1, and Lone Wolf McQuade. I remember WWF No Mercy for N64. Yeah, Rambo 3 is underrated. I mean, Rambo 3, it could be like I'm always back and forth. If the second one is my favorite or Rambo 3, Rambo 3 to me is very underrated. And again, I'm always back and forth on that because I love it. You know, let's see here. The Legend of Zelda. I don't remember that one. Maybe a little bit here and there, but uh, I don't know. Just I don't remember anything like any moments. I remember when Heath Ledger when he won the Best Supporting Actor. That was deserving. I remember, Joaquin Phoenix winning for Joker and whatnot, and DiCaprio's first Oscar and stuff. I mean, more so moments, but I didn't ever watch like the entire show. I remember the Pippi Longstocking movie that was made in the '80s because I remember in third grade someone had brought the tape over, like brought the tape to class and we watched it. So I remember that. And doesn't she do porn now? Pippi Longstocking. Yeah, Deadpool Wolverine was a lot of fun. I mean, I have my issues with it, but it's very minor. But I did enjoy it. Yeah, I'm a big Mario fan too. I don't think I got. I want to say I have Watchers, but I'm not completely sure. I think I do. I think I got like it's part of a horror collection pack somewhere. Yeah, I did see something about that because fans have spoken out about the 4Ks and stuff. And I mean, I kind of know a little bit about what's happening, but I mean, I'm not the best when it comes to the subject, and I'm not going to try to break down, you know, anything like that. I'm just too, right now I'm just too fried mentally. Yeah, I like Diet Coke, but I'm trying to stay away from it. I mean, I don't remember much. I mean, that was third grade was 1997. So how many years is that? That was a long time ago. I can't remember any scenes. Yeah, I thought, I thought she did porn or a sex tape. I heard something about that. Yeah, I like their snack wraps. I don't think they have them anymore. Yeah, that's what I've heard. Um, I've seen some pictures, but yeah, I mean, I can understand the outrage. I'll just stick with the Blu-rays. I have all the Alien films on Blu-ray. I mean, The Abyss. I'm not going to buy whatever they have. I mean, it's discouraging and it's laziness and yeah. I mean, I'm not really going in too deep on that, only because one, I'm not much of an expert to give an opinion. Two, my brain is just fried right now, and Scotty will be coming on here in a little bit. Of course, I'm going to be more perked up, but I'm just not. It's hard to really give an opinion right now. But yeah, I mean, I'm aware of the situation. I'm aware of it, and yeah, it's just stupid. James Cameron's stupid, and all the man can think about is, how many more avatars can I make? So yeah, I have not seen that. The Abyss is good quality. See, I can't even speak well. It's good quality. Okay, I mean maybe, but I mean I'm trying not to buy anything right now. Yeah, Durant Cinema YouTuber. I have no idea who that is. Yeah, I mean I got something to drink here that I'll get. It's just you know it's been sort of a long week, but it hasn't been too bad. It's just last night, I went to bed decent, but I kind of popped up at 3:30, went back to sleep at 4:30, then woke up again at 5:30. Then I left her house and I had to drive back home, and that was like a 45-minute, 50-minute drive. And throughout the day, I haven't taken any nap. I've been up and around just doing stuff, taking care of stuff, because I go back to work Sunday, and I have a couple of days here to do what I got to do. And at the same time, I wanted to do this live stream here, and then in a little bit here, me and Scotty, we're gonna get up and talk and do talk with you guys and stuff. So I didn't want to like cancel anything. I want to stick to it and do these streams here. And I see Matt Thomas is in the chat. Matt Thomas is in here, and so yeah. But I will have something to drink here in a little bit. I promise. Yeah, I still want to like maybe I'll go check that out, Beetlejuice 2, but I'm going to be up in the mountains. So next weekend, I'm going to be around here, but the weekend after that, I'm going to the mountains for a family reunion. So I won't be able to do much. So I'm going to try to do as much as I can next weekend. Um, because Labor Day weekend, I want to be up in the mountains. So so maybe I'll go see it up there, or I'll wait until I come back to go see Beetlejuice 2. We'll see what happens. Okay, my man. You heard a really awful spoiler about Romulus? Well, I haven't heard anything about the film. Yeah, the Crow remake looks like trash. It looks like garbage. Garbage. I believe it. I believe it's trash. I could have told you from from the looks of the trailer that it looks like 50 Cent. Well, that's an insult to 50 Cent. It looks like a 25-cent version of the original. Bill Skarsgård, that looks like the type of guy, his Crow, the type of guy that you would see hanging out outside the Dollar General around midnight, probably on the crack pipe. And it just looks stupid. I mean, it just looks like cheap trash. Yeah, the Crow looks cooked. This guy looks like the type of guy that probably sold drugs to Darla, the original. Probably is that type of guy that gave Darla the drugs, I know it's Fun Boy, but you get what I'm saying. It's just he looks like a crack dealer, drug dealer, heroin dealer, the type of guy that Eric Draven and the original Crow would eliminate. I mean, Skank from the original Crow could take out this Crow. Skank. Yeah, probably. Yeah, this new Crow looks like shit. Well, the films that the Crow sequels that followed are just basically copied the first movie, and the Crow didn't need a franchise. It didn't need sequels because all it did is just kind of gave their own copy and paste version, and it just got worse and worse. Like I'm not even a fan of the second one, City of Angels. I'm not a fan of that one. I haven't seen Salvation. I've seen a little bit of Wicked Prayer, and that's a wicked fart. And it's a wicked waste of time. I mean, The Snow Crow makes Wicked Prayer look like City of Angels. Yeah, I mean, they were all kind of disrespectful. I mean, like I said, I mean, it didn't need a franchise. I mean, the one guy that was meant for the role and died for the role, uh, you know, they should have left it alone. And each film was an insult. I mean, again, it wasn't they weren't needed, and they were not necessary. To me, you only needed one Crow film, and I mean that goes for a lot of films out there that didn't need a franchise. I mean, like Leprechauns. I mean, granted, there's never been a good Leprechaun movie, but for some reason we got 7 of them or 8. Children of the Corn. How many Children of the Corn movies do we have? But I've never seen the third one. I've never seen the third Crow. Okay, Leprechaun in Space. Yeah, there's some fun factor there, like stupid fun, because I have seen it. So, but that's like mindless, dumb trash. The Vegas Leprechaun. Is that Leprechaun 3? Or is that the second one? I can't remember. Yeah, Jason X is better than Leprechaun in Space. I'll give you that. I do like Jason X. It's a dumb movie, but it's fun. It's like fun trash. But I'm going to go on for 10 more minutes here. So if anybody wants to ask more questions here, we'll wrap up in 10 minutes and then wait a few minutes. And then me and Scotty's going to get up and do a stream. Oh, okay. Favorite slasher movie villain? I got to go with Jason. He's my favorite. I need to rewatch that one. I need to rewatch Jason Goes to Hell. Yeah, I remember that scene. That's a fun one. Yeah, I mean, really, they're all trash, but if I had to pick a favorite, I do like Leprechaun in Space. It's like stupid trash, but it's like, like fun trash, if that makes any sense. Jason or Freddy, yeah. I don't remember that. Exactly. I mean, I need to rewatch the Freddy films again. I mean, of course I've seen the first one, the second one. I've seen the first 4, but I have not seen 5 or 6. I love New Nightmare, but I'm gonna revisit again like those movies again in October. Oh, no problem. Yeah, just looking at movie news. I don't think there's anything worth talking about. Yeah, I saw the thumbnail for it, and I haven't seen the film. Uh, I but he's been uploading a lot lately. Fabio has been uploading quite a bit, and I'm still trying to catch up with everybody. I know Matt did a review for Deadpool versus Wolverine, and I did submit a comment on that, and so and I know Mike OCP did a whole video about James Cameron and his comments, so I still have to watch that. So yeah, I'm trying to catch up a bit better. Yeah, I don't get me started on that movie. I mean, that film, Batman versus Superman, has so many issues. I haven't been on Skype in a long time. Yeah, I haven't been on Skype in a while. So 5 more minutes, and so if you're watching, feel free to ask a question. No, I don't have any of those. I just got StreamYard. The Flash is worse. Yeah, the Flash. Oh God, I don't know, man. I have to think about that because Batman versus Superman was just overstuffed, convoluted. The Flash, same thing, but you have a lead guy that did all this stuff, and you know what? The Flash, because of Ezra Miller and his BS, and yeah, a waste of Michael Keaton. Michael Keaton was cool to see him back as Batman, but oh God, that movie just sunk ass. To me, one of the worst films of last year. I'd rather watch Batman versus Superman again than The Flash. The Thanos snap, it was okay, I guess. I don't watch Nickelodeon. No, I mean, I was starting to get out of Nickelodeon when SpongeBob came around. Like when SpongeBob first debuted, and that everybody was hopping on the SpongeBob train, and I'm like, what is this? What happened to Double Dare? What happened to Hey Arnold? What happened to Legends of the Hidden Temple and Guts and all of these shows that I loved? And I think like for me, SpongeBob, and I'm not as hard on SpongeBob as I used to be, but in a way, it kind of like for me it represented the end of Nickelodeon, like the end of an era. I don't know why the fan is making that sound, but yeah, it just kind of represented for me like the end of that era because SpongeBob blew up, and that's all people could talk about is SpongeBob, and yeah, just Nickelodeon wasn't the same for me, and stuff that came after, like I didn't really care for or watch, like Drake and Josh. I mean that was on in the early 2000s, but I wasn't watching that. I mean, it just wasn't my kind of show, to be honest. The Cartoon Network, had some good shows on back in the day, but that's back in the day. So I'll take another question or two, and then we'll wrap it up and I'll come back with the drink, and then me and Scotty will be kicking off here in about 15 minutes. So let's do one or two more questions here, and we'll call it a wrap. And again, I'm sorry if I've been kind of out of it here. It's just been a long week and stuff, and trying to balance things out and do more of this. And it's going to get better. Next weekend, it's going to be more open, and I'm going to spend a little bit more time here doing videos, recording, streams. So, like I said, the weekend after, I'm not going to be here, but I say all this to say that it's going to get better. Bear with me. Barbecue Pit Boys, I don't know who they are. Okay, we'll end it with this one. The top 3 movie genres. My favorite is action. And because I love 80s action movies, 90s action movies. And I love the genre. The number 2 is horror. I love horror just as much. 80s horror, 70s horror, 90s horror. And my 3rd favorite genre, I have to think about that. I mean, it's not hard, but it's just, maybe I could say sci-fi. I would say sci-fi. Yeah. But yeah, so that'll be the last question for now. I'll end it here. And like I said, in about 10 minutes or so, me and Scotty will be up, and you guys can join us there. And, we'll go for a little bit. And, but thank you for everybody for watching for this little quick stream here. And I will be right back.